Pay up, Mortimer. I've won the bet.
Here, $1.
Weight's okay. Perfectly useless psychopath like Valentine, and turned him into a successful executive. And during the same time, we turned an honest, hard-working man into a violently deranged would-be killer. Now, what are we going to do about taking Winthrop back and returning Valentine?
Good morning from the office. Are we live? Good morning from the office. I am your host, BKP, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We're going to go through Monday morning. It is 9:12. Behind me, Cole is here. The Gilmer County Board of Commissioners have a special called meeting that Lonnie is covering this morning. A special call meeting for the Gilmer County Board of Commissioners. He's covering that. I'm going down to behind me is 9/12. This is the 9/11 memorial behind me, right, Cole? Way to look that up. Cole thought it would be a great way to start today with the 9/11 memorial. So much and so little time. I'm going down this morning to the Newt Gingrich Town Hall in Georgia, Kennesaw State. Going to go down and going to listen to that at noon. Let me go over a couple things, and I'm going to have to get to some of these points very quick. The NFL. Now, a lot of these pro athletes do not like it. They don't like it when you consider them or you just a minute here. You know, it's funny, Cole, the other day I couldn't find something. It took me a while to get started. Somebody went on our YouTube channel and called me a bunch of names and said if I couldn't even work my equipment, how could they, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They're just cruel people. Just cruel.
It happens.
NFL doesn't like it when you call them role models, but the NFL role models are influencing now some high schools. So some high schools are participating in the protest. Okay, they're participating in the protest. Some high schools.
I saw that one coming.
You saw that one coming?
Oh yeah.
Did you? Well, let me ask you a question. I don't have a lot of time. Now make sure if you get your mic on if you're going to talk, okay? Make sure your mic, you seen that coming?
Yeah.
What made you think you seen that coming?
Well, think about it. I'm not going to go touch up on it too much, but these pro football players are role models to these high school kids. So they're saying like, oh, if they're doing it, I think I need to join in as well, join the bandwagon. Well,
they get upset when you call them role models. I will tell you this, probably since I was 10 years old, no joke. Yesterday is the first, well, I didn't Saturday night, or I didn't Saturday, or I didn't Saturday or Thursday. I think the NFL season started last Thursday. I did not watch 1 minute of the NFL yesterday. I know there's a lot of good guys out there, and I know there's a lot of patriotic NFL superstars out there and a lot of great role models, but you know what? It's rolling down in the high schools. It's absolutely not. I did not, just personally, I did not watch a minute. Just had no interest. A couple things in the state of Georgia I want you to watch out for and keep your eyes open. The opportunity school zones. I personally am encouraging people to vote no. That's me. Personally, that's my opinion. The opportunity school zones. You want to keep an eye on that in the state of Georgia. Also, the state troopers got a raise of 20% on top of 6%. All right, Georgia state troopers got a raise of 20% pay raise for state officials. Now, you're going to say this is old news. It is old news. It's 4 or 5 days old, but Governor Nathan Deal proposed last Thursday, a 20% pay hike for state law enforcement officers, and an overall of police training to include more courses on use of force and community policing after summer of violence and unrest in the nation's streets. The governor plans would cost nearly $79 million to hike the median salary from roughly 3,300 state law enforcement officers by an average of about $8,000. It would also, so I'm just going to say this, I'm not opposed. This is the, you can't say anything negative subject. I'm not opposed. I like the Georgia State Patrol. I like the Georgia State, I think they should not be number 50 as far as pay rate in the United States of America, the Georgia State Patrol. But that being said, the 20%, hey, governor deal, but watch the training courses that are noted in that to go with it. And also watch what your local struggling counties, the economically struggling counties in the state of Georgia, watch what you see there, because I'm going to tell you, this increase is going to go for everybody when it's over, all right? Law enforcement officials were saying, well, they were tired of losing Georgia State Patrol officers troopers to local cities that were paying better money or counties. Now it's going to be vice versa. Just watch. This is going to cost, it's going to cost more than any $79 million, but we're not opposed to the law enforcement making more money. Just keep an eye on that one. Another quick note before we get in. Yes, we're going to get into the deplorables and we're going to get into Hillary Clinton, but just another quick note. Ada Street LLC has filed another lawsuit. This is concerning the second time they were turned down. So they have filed another lawsuit. We don't have time to go into it, but this time again in Superior Court of Fannin County, Ada Street LLC is the plaintiff. They are suing the city of Blue Ridge, aka Angieville, the city of Blue Ridge, Georgia, the mayor, Donna Whitener, and council members, Angie Art, Bruce Pack, Rodney Kendall, Harold Herndon, and Rhonda Thomas as the defendants. So all of the council and the mayor are named in this lawsuit, plus the city of Angieville, that's the city of Blue Ridge. We'll have more on this tomorrow, but I mean, Angie Arp, Councilwoman Angie Arp, just took control of the city of Blue Ridge and decided she was going to run it her way. There you go. So, that being said, they have filed another lawsuit. Who didn't see that coming? So that will take up some more of the city's money. But, hey, they can get out of that just by, if they would have just rezoned this property to begin with. But we'll let the court decide. Ohio. Folks, this is one time, whether you're out there or not, you're going to have to like Ohio. I know coming off of college Saturday football, all the Ohio haters, but here's the point I'm making, Ohio. If Donald Trump is tied or ahead by 2 points in polling in Ohio, there is no way he's tied in Georgia. Okay, so use your compass as Ohio, whether you want to or not. The polling shows a statistical dead heat, even Trump up a couple points in some polling in Ohio, and that is trouble for Brooklyn. I call the Clinton campaign Panic in Brooklyn. That's where the campaign headquarters is. I call it Panic in Brooklyn. So, that being said, Ohio. So for all the media that's out there trying to tell you Georgia is in place and it's a problem right now because, for the Trump campaign that Georgia should not be this close, it's not. It's not this close. So he's not, Hillary hasn't narrowed the gap in Georgia if Trump is tied in Ohio. So just remember that one, that little one there. September 12th. Now, conspiracy theorist. Now, I, for one, don't buy into everything. I do not. I don't buy into everything. But the liberal media and the Hillary Clinton and the Clintons have attacked the fringe right, the fringe right. Now the new thing will be conspiracy theorist. Okay, if you're a conspiracist, I guess this is what it's called. If you're out there, that's what the media will do. Now, this morning I'm hearing defense. I usually hear that in the football stands on Friday night at a football game or on Saturday at college football, where you start yelling defense. You know what I mean? The offense is closing in. They're on the 35, your 35, and they're closing in for the touchdown, and the crowd starts yelling defense. You could hear that this morning by the liberal media. The liberal media started chanting last night, defense. They are out there defending Hillary Clinton. They are marching doctors out everywhere. If you take anything other than Hillary is battling pneumonia and she could get some shots, some steroids, and she can take antibiotics and clear this up, you are a conspiracy theorist. All right, let's play the video real quick. We've all seen this, but let's just play it real quick of her getting in the van at the 9/11. That's good. All right, we're back. Now, that's Hillary getting in the van yesterday from the 9/11 memorial, overheated in an 80-degree, actually nice, comfortable day in New York City, a September comfortable day in New York City. She was overheated at first. A lot of people were sweating through their clothes, yeah. And, Hillary was just in the city heat and couldn't take it and just had to leave there, slightly fainted, knees buckled. Now, if you are part of the people that are saying, did you notice that her detail did not become alarmed? Almost like we throw her in the van on a daily basis. I mean, what's the big deal? We're used to this. We throw her in the van. No, I'm not saying that. We hope Hillary's okay. We are not going to say anything concerning somebody's health. We want to wish her well and that she's okay. But if you say anything about this today, you're a conspiracy theorist, okay? It's just pneumonia. They are trotting the doctors out. Now, here's what you're hearing is Hillary is such a hard worker. I mean, they're spinning this around. She works through any illness, okay? She pushes herself to the edge. She never takes a day off. Now, see, if you look at this any other way, you're a conspiracy theorist. There are medical doctors out everywhere this morning. Oh, Jimmy Carter ran a marathon and fainted and collapsed, and there was all kinds of talk, all right? Conspiracy theorists, that's all you're going to hear. Well, folks, let me ask you a question. It's like the Jeff Foxworthy, you might be a redneck or a deplorable. If you do a deplorable, you might be a deplorable, okay? If you do this. Hey, he's from the South, you might be a deplorable if, all right? You might be one of Donald Trump's deplorables. Here you go. You might be one of Donald Trump's deplorables if you wonder what happened between Loretta Lynch and Bill Clinton on that plane. You may be a deplorable. If you wonder after that took place why an interview was set up on the July 4th holiday weekend with Hillary Clinton and Comey didn't even show up with the FBI, you may be a deplorable. You may be a deplorable if the FBI comes out and says she mishandled information and was grossly negligent, but showed no intent. And if that concerns you, you may be a deplorable, okay? And if the FBI released all the notes that were taken, all the interviews, copies of the transcript of the interviews that were taken concerning Hillary's private email server and the State Department, and you notice that this lady, after the judge ordered the evidence suppressed, that it was acid washed clean by bleach bit, that phones were broken. If you thought any of that highly questioned the FBI's integrity, you may be a deplorable. Do you know how many reasons? There's not enough time in the day of how many things that you're a conspiracy theorist. If you believe from what I just told you, you have touched on being, you should stay away. I know. What you're going to say, I don't want to get into this with some of my friends. Some of my friends send me stuff. You're great. I want you to keep sending me stuff, okay? But, you know, I got this stuff on Jade Helm, all right, and I read that. And, I got a lot of stuff on conspiracies. And I'm not going to take them to task, okay? But you need to understand, something's not right, folks. Something's not right. Something's bad wrong. Now, you might tell me that, hey, see, I know some of you out there that are mainstream Republicans and you are establishment Republicans and you're touching the rail of conspiracy and you don't want to. Because you're beginning to scratch your head and say, wait a minute. Now, if all the way from the time that Bill Clinton sat on that plane with Loretta Lynch, and from the time Obama said there was nothing there, you know, she had no intent, and then Loretta Lynch met with Bill Clinton, and then the interview, the Benghazi hearings, we hear Menendez, the senator from New Jersey, set up the questions to guide the direction of that what difference does it make anyway Hillary Clinton moment, all the way up to the FBI. And what? We're conspiracy theorists. I don't even know how to say all the words. Just saying, folks, just saying. Something's bad wrong here. Okay, now they trot out all the medical doctors. Where was Dr. Drew? Where was Dr. Drew? Remember Dr. Drew on CNN? He questioned Hillary's health. CNN got rid of him. Remember that? You want to go into that detail? I got that article up here, if you'd like to go into that. Where was Dr. Drew? Did they trot him out this morning? Has CNN released the apology statement? On behalf of CNN and our staff here, we'd like to apologize for Dr. Drew for... Are you wanting to say something? All right, well, you got that look. But where's Dr. Drew? Huh? They didn't bring Dr. Drew out this morning, did they? Maybe Dr. Drew had a concern. See, it's pneumonia. And if anybody has any concern over it not being pneumonia, that's your problem. All right? Now, yesterday afternoon, there was the staged appearance of Hillary coming out of Chelsea's apartment. They go in there. Look, I played it on this show, right? Diazepam, right? Is it a diazepam pen? Is that what it's called? Diazepam? You don't know. Okay. You remember? I showed you a month ago the video of the gentleman, the black gentleman that was walking up to Hillary Clinton, put his hand on the back, her back. Remember that? I showed you that video right here on this show, didn't I? The guy walks up, he's got a diazepam pen in his hand, right? He walked up, this a month ago, tapped, not Friday, a month ago, tapped Hillary on the back. We have the audio, just keep talking. Looks like maybe he gave her a shot, walked away. Then he was gone, right? Then he surfaced on the plane last week. Remember the black guy surfaced on the plane last week? I brought that to you twice here in the last month. But the media, the liberal media and the Hillary Clinton campaign, the only thing they know to do right now is to call me a conspiracy theorist. Now, I'm just telling you. Now, let's play that video real quick of the deplorables we have up there. Just do that one real quick. You know where to start it. Play that.
The basket case.
Play the deplorables.
You know, to just be grossly generalistic, you could put half of Trump's supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. Right? The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it. And unfortunately, there are people like that. And he has lifted them up.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, deplorables. Folks, she said a basket of deplorables. Now let me get somewhere because, see, I'm going to go conspiracy theorist on you for just a minute, okay? All right? Where's it at? Now this is, you got to understand what she meant. Basket, she's apologizing. But you're a basket of deplorables, okay? Let me tell you what she really meant with basket. Because you and I all know that if you called somebody, if you went out right now and said, look, you know what, that person, they're a basket case. Okay, they're a basket case, right? That's right. Basket of deplorables, not a bucket, okay? Not a suitcase, a basket. A basket of deplorables, okay? Because see, here's what a basket case is. This is a couple different, okay? When a given situation has no solution, okay? This is basket case. It makes reference in a form to someone who has lost their mental health and has no cure. I'm serious, folks, I'm serious. I went and I thought, why basket? Let me look up this other definition, make sure I can find it from 2 sources, okay? This definition, basket case, okay? This is a basket case. One that is in a completely hopeless or useless condition. Folks, Hillary Clinton not only called you deplorables, she called you hopeless, useless, crazy, no help for you. There's a reason why you are a basket case of deplorables. You're going to say, well, she didn't say case. No, a basket of deplorables. There's a reason you're not a suitcase of deplorables. There's a reason you're not a bucket, because it's hopeless. She said you guys are batshit crazy out there. That's exactly what she said. You better get with it and understand. She said you're conspiracy theorists. That's what they're going to do. See, what I tell you, I recap this because I got to go. If I have been so careful not to bring the aluminum foil in and wear one of the hats, because I'm on the edge of like, wait a minute, something's bad wrong in this whole world. I mean, is it like Duke and Duke? Did they bet over $1? Like when this is all done, is somebody going to trade $1 and say, told you? We screwed the American people. We told you we could do it. Real quick, if you think, I want you to join me this morning and come out of the conspiracy theorist closet that you live in and not get concerned. I'm not asking you about Jade Helm and any of these other things. But if you think this morning that you need to know what was really said. That's important on that plane between Bill Clinton and Loretta Lynch, the Attorney General of the United States. If you need to know what really happened and why the FBI Director Comey took a pass on this, if you need to really know why they have decimated the FBI in this situation and who's really in control, if you need to know why Hillary Clinton was allowed to do all this, Department of Justice gave her a pass, FBI gave her a pass, if you need to know all of this and wonder what is really going on, you may be deplorable and you may be joining me as a conspiracy theorist. Maybe you are and you just don't know it. So, hey, did I get out there? I don't know. Hillary gave a whole list. Okay, a whole list of things. I'm going to take misogyny for 300, Alex. Okay? Let me run through the last couple things I have because I have to get out of here. Democrats need to keep the conversation on foreign policy. You're going to think I'm wrong. They need to keep the conversation on foreign policy because the American people are focused in on Make America Great Again and America First, and they do not care about Tajikistan right now. They don't care. The American people feel bad for Syria, okay, but they, like Gary Johnson, are not zeroing in on Aleppo, all right? They're zeroing in on the collapse of their local communities and the decimation of their inner cities. That's what they are. So, strangely enough, you may not believe me, but strangely enough, the Democrats need to keep the focus on foreign policy, and Trump and Putin are best friends, and Trump doesn't know anything about foreign policy because that takes away the seriousness. Now, September is UN turnover month. Okay, we're going to turn over the internet control. It's not that simple. It's a little more detailed, but there's something going on. Be careful. September is to me, I'm very concerned about September because Congress, the Senate, what's going on with the budget. Folks, you keep hearing Syria, okay? You keep hearing Syria, I'm fine with that. You keep hearing Putin and Trump, I'm fine with that. You keep hearing that. But let me tell you what you don't hear enough of. North Korea and South Korea, because the little whack job keeps lopping those missiles. And what you don't realize and what you don't stop to think about is the America I live in and you live in, we have an agreement with South Korea. Yeah, militarily. And you have a lot of people there. I don't know if you're thinking about that, how many men and women, the troops in South Korea. And the little whack job keeps lopping these missiles, and the South Koreans have to say, whoa, when are we going to say enough's enough? Pay attention to that, folks. Pay attention to that. Let me get my last little bit here. All right, Hillary's health concerns are off limits. Let's see. Here's one I want you to watch for. They probably have reporters. This is absolutely no joke. I will make a bet that they are reporters assigned to Donald Trump and cameras fixated on his feet. You might thought I lost my mind. Remember, I'm a conspiracy theorist now. I'm telling you, NBC, CNN, they probably have cameras fixated on Donald Trump's feet, not him. And the very minute he stumbles, they're going to have medical professionals on TV to discuss why Donald Trump stumbled getting on the plane or off. I'm telling you, you think I'm joking, all right? Let me get through this, all right? Let's see. Basket of deplorables. Oh, by the way, that where she said basket of deplorables was Barbara Streisand at a fundraiser Friday night, right after she'd been diagnosed with pneumonia. And you and I would have went home and went to bed, but no, she goes for the money. She goes for the money. Battleground states, college versus no college. They're working on college versus no college. Democrats are college educated, Republican, no college. They're working on that. They want you to do national service, okay? They think everybody should get free college, but you should return that with national service. Where have you ever heard that happen before? Hell, I don't know. Nazi Germany? National service? I mean, just saying, folks. You look it up. You Google it. They want to give you free college. They do. They do, and the kids are cheering. And wonder where you see that. Not just here. Go watch the History Channel for a day. Okay? Just one day watch History Channel and pick up a book. Yeah, they want you to, yeah, exactly. Where did that? And national service. Well, that would be a great idea. Pick up Rob Emanuel. Right? Just Google Rob Emanuel, national service. You'll see. Okay? Now, let me just tell you one more thing. I've got to go. I got so much to get in here. But let me tell you what I think the reason is they're taking Matt Lauer to task, the liberal. You can't figure out, why is the liberal media taking one of their fellow liberals to task over last week's forum? They are attacking Matt Lauer. Attacking him over what took place. Truthfully, folks, what they're doing is they're trying to intimidate the upcoming moderators is what they're doing. Okay, so what you see as an attack on Matt Lauer, I see as them trying to intimidate. Did I say this already? She comes out. There's no way that the First Lady, former First Lady, Secretary of State, all the above, top criminal in the United States is going to have a little girl just run up to him. Okay, so it's sad, man. But they take this little girl and they say, "Look, when we say go, you run up to that lady that's going to come out, and you say, 'Are you okay?' And she says yes and hugs her and tells the media didn't happen spontaneous, all set up. So she comes out of the apartment, she's okay, and a little girl ran up to just say, 'Oh, we love you.' Not a little boy, a little girl. Okay." It's because she's frail. It's because she's a woman. They're going to turn it every which way but the truth. That's what we call it here. The media turns it any which way but the truth. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. I am out of here. We'll be back after these brief messages.